entire life going right for them. They're constantly and continuously, confidently, always going towards success. It seems like no matter what happens, these people are always ahead of everyone. They're always in front of what everybody else is doing in their lives, and they're always the first one to get the prize at the end of the race. It's not for any particular specific reason besides the fact that they have this one skill, and that is strategy. People who constantly are on a straight and narrow path are obsessed and masters of strategy. For example, with hair, I have been wanting to grow my hair for such a long time. My hair is now mid-back length. I have the longest hair of everyone in my friend group. Not to boast, not to feel like I'm better than you, none of that. I'm just using it as a simple comparison, because what it allows you to do is it allows you to get ahead of everyone because your strategy is focused on the input. When you're focused on just being the best that you can possibly be, and you're obsessed with the consistency in what you do, that is what strategy is. So what did I do for the past few years? I've been obsessed with figuring out what is the best way to make sure that my hair is constantly growing. What is the best way to make sure that I am taking care of my hair? What is the best way that I can make sure I keep my hair healthy and I'm not constantly breaking it off? I'm constantly trying to figure out how can I be the best version of who I am as far as like taking care of my hair. So what am I doing with my hair, and how can I do it better? That's what a strategy is. It's consistently staying on track with your current routine, and also adding in those iterations every single day. Thank you so much. So it's so important that if you want to be somewhere in life that you're not currently at, you need a different strategy. It's the same thing with finances. For me, I'm a master of personal finance. Why can I say that? Because I am. Because my personal finances are literally better than 99% of the people that I know. I would even go as far as to say 99.1%. Okay? The reason why I can say that is because everyone around me has financial issues, constantly worrying about streams of income, constantly worrying about all types of crazy things that cause financial stress in your brain. And I'm sitting just chilling with the 800 credit score with no financial strain, and all of my investments and savings set and locked. Why? Because I had a strategy. I knew, okay, at some point I'm going to be 24 years old, and I'm going to need, like, there's no time in which I'm not going to need to know about finances. For real, people need strategies because my hair is smooth and I have to use loads of products. Exactly. So like, people really do need strategies because the things that we need strategy for never go away. Like, am I never gonna have a time in my life where I don't have to focus on my natural hair? No, because I'm always gonna have hair. So I need to have a strategy so that the time is going to pass anyways. I'm always going to have hair. It's going to be there anyways. So I need to make sure that if I'm going to have this hair on my head anyways, the least I can do is pay attention to it and make sure that in 5 years I can look back and say, wow, my hair is better than it was 5 years ago, and not just let it blank from my mind, right? Strategy, not having a strategy is basically saying, okay, yeah, I know I have all these things in my head and all these goals that I want, but I'm going to just let time pass anyways. Like, whatever. I'm just going to keep getting all the hairstyles that break my hair. I'm going to keep staying up to trend with all the new hairstyles and getting all the things and doing all the stuff. No. Stop. It's the same thing with finance. Everybody wants to keep up to the next person. And I promise you, majority of people don't have a strategy. Stop following people that don't have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy for your personal finances and for your money, and if I ask you, hey, what do you save? What type of bank account do you use to save your money in? If you're like, oh, there's only one type of bank account. majority of people only think there's one type of bank account. Do you guys know what a high yield saving account is and how lucrative that could be for your savings to keep your money liquid? Why do I know that? I know that because I have a strategy. And so I'm constantly applying my budgeting strategy, constantly applying what I know about money, but I'm also always educating myself. Literally yesterday, I was on a webinar, watching a webinar about taxes. Why? Because why not know more? Eventually, I'm going to have more taxes. Eventually, I'm going to want to know more about taxes. So why not just learn it now? That's part of my strategy, consistently learning. Hi, you guys. Part of my strategy is literally continuing to learn, continuing to seek out the information from the person that's doing it the best. And so while everybody else is out doing whatever they do, you'll be the person that actually gets the thing at the end of the day. You'll be the person that in 5 years, everyone's looking to you saying, well, how come your hair is so long? How come your bank account is so big? I thought we were in a recession. All these things. They're going to be asking you how your life is the way it is. And you're going to say, I've been building the blocks for 5 years. I've been building these blocks for 3 years. I've been building these blocks for 12 months. Right? Because when people don't understand, what we're missing here is that time is going to pass anyways. So if time is going to pass anyways, why not make the best of the time you have? Why let time decide what your finances get to look like? Why let time decide what you get to look like? Absolutely not. Take control of your future and actually say, okay, if I want to have finances that look like this in the future, I want to have just no financial stress, I want to feel good about my finances, why not start learning about personal finance now so that you can benefit from it forever? So you have to be so diligent in understanding that most people don't have a strategy for life. And the people who constantly look like they're getting ahead, they're constantly improving themselves, they look like they just never get worse, like they like the people that we look at and we're like, you only get better. Thank you guys for the likes too. And what are you going to compare yourself to that for? Why are you comparing yourself to people who have this great lifestyle if you're not willing to do what they're doing in the silence? In the darkness, day after day, they're putting forth work. Every single week, I wash my hair. Every single 2 weeks, I get my hair done. Every single, 6 weeks, I get trims. I'm constantly deep conditioning my hair. I pay attention to the highest quality products instead of just buying what's on TikTok and Instagram. I put so much effort towards my hair. Of course, I'm going to have the longest hair. Thank you so much. Because it's so interesting that, the other thing is that when people don't have a strategy, eventually they will have a setback. And guess what? Because you don't have a strategy, that setback is going to set you all the way back. When I have a setback, it only takes me back one step. And I just recalibrate, I get my balance, and I keep going forward. If you don't have a strategy, everything crumbles. Everything crumbles all at once. Everything will crumble because you don't have a strategy. You don't know how to get to where you want to get to because you don't know where you currently are. You don't know what you're doing with the process you currently have. So it's so important that if you want to be a person that can move forward, a person that can never be off balance or rarely be off balance, you're never pushed back farther than you want to be, you need to start getting a strategy in every single part of your life that you want to see improve.